Whereas the beachgoers had no clue what or where they came from, and aquarium biologists are so stumped they don't even have a name for them.
The beach is one of the top summer destinations, but it's not always fun and relaxing. Sometimes, it's the setting for epic fails and bizarre happenings. From strange creatures washing ashore to exploding sea life, here are 20 beach moments no one would believe if they weren't caught on camera. Number 20. Wedding photo shoot fail. The beach isn't just a place for leisure. It's also one of the most popular settings for those unforgettable, life-altering moments. Just imagine the sun setting in the distance, the gentle waves lapping on the shore, and your loved one right beside you. It sounds like the perfect time to propose, right? It's the perfect time to go on one knee and ask your partner to be with you for the rest of your life. That's exactly what happened with this couple. A picturesque moment at the beach, a beautiful ring, and a promise of a lifetime together. Wouldn't it be great if this moment was immortalized forever? The woman in this video seems to be trying her best to capture the entire proposal in a beautiful video, but it looks like her feet aren't well acquainted with the sand just yet. I don't know if it's the nerves or the excitement, but this lady just can't stay up. At least she tried her best, right? It's a good thing the couple didn't get distracted by her stumbling in the background. But if anyone were playing this clip at their wedding, she'd surely steal the spotlight from the couple. I guess what's important is that she wasn't hurt in the end, and the couple had a happy ending. Now here's another fail on the beach. Just like proposals, the ocean is also an excellent venue for wedding photo shoots. But I guess this goes to show that sometimes nature can be pretty playful. This bride looks stunning while posing near the ocean. The only problem is that the water isn't exactly cooperating with her dream shot. Well, I guess she can try again, but this time while wearing a wet dress. Number 19. Strange goblin-like creature. It's no question that the ocean is filled with bizarre creatures. There's a whole world teeming with life beneath the waves. Some of the creatures living there are so strange you'd think they're straight out of a sci-fi movie. See, the thing about the ocean is that it's still largely unexplored. Scientists estimate that we've only discovered about 5% of the world under the waves. Just take a look at this creature spotted near the ocean in Thailand. This creature looks like a massive sea monkey that can swim. Just look at how calmly it acts around divers and tourists. Now, you're probably wondering just what exactly is this creature? An alien? A deformed monkey? Well, the truth is a bit anticlimactic. This creature that looks like something straight out of a fictional book is actually a human. Yep, that's a human in a costume. This bizarre monkey-like creature taking pictures with tourists is part of a group of performance artists during a festival in Thailand. The people in this art piece are instructed to embody the appearance and behavior of massive goblin-like creatures interacting with divers and tourists. These performers blend into the rocky landscape and rarely emerge from their caves, making it a challenge for onlookers to spot them unless approached by kayak or swimming. While it's a bit disappointing that it's not an actual alien-like creature, I must say it's still pretty cool to have a photo taken with one of these guys. Number 18. Hair-raising experience. Now, I want you to imagine this. You're enjoying a lovely day at the beach, but suddenly you notice that your hair starts standing on end, like you're touching a Van de Graaff generator. You might get the urge to take a selfie, but you'd be better off not doing that. You see, when you're at the beach and your hair starts to stand, it's a telltale sign of an impending lightning strike. If a lightning storm is approaching and the charge in the atmosphere changes, it can cause the hair on your arms, the back of your neck, or even your head to stand up or bristle. It's the same principle behind the classic trick of rubbing a balloon and sticking it to your hair. But at the beach or anywhere outside, for that matter, this is no laughing matter. This can mean that you or the area around you has become positively charged and that a negatively charged lightning bolt may be about to balance that out. And you definitely don't want to be in the way when that happens. So what do? Get out of there quickly. Retreat from the beach and avoid solitary trees, poles, or any tall objects that could attract lightning. That quirky video of you with your hair standing up might be your last if you're not careful. Number 17. Hands off. This creature is known as Glaucus atlanticus, also known as the blue dragon sea slug. Now, with a name like that, you might expect some mythical fire-breathing beast, right? But this little creature is quite the opposite. It's small, it's beautiful, and it truly is one of the ocean's most stunning inhabitants. That's why if you're a sucker for cute and stunning creatures like me, you might not be able to resist picking up one of these when you see them in the ocean. With their size, it's just so easy to scoop them right out of the water and observe them in your hands. But this blue sea slug is one of the reasons why we're constantly warned not to touch sea creatures. You see, despite its appearance, the sting from this little guy can cause severe pain, and in some extreme cases, it can even lead to dangerous medical conditions. These creatures feed on the venomous Portuguese man-o' war. If you're not familiar with the man-o' war, It's a creature with venom that's powerful enough to paralyze small fish and other creatures. As for humans, its sting can cause excruciating pain. But what's crazy about the blue dragon sea slug is that it doesn't just digest the venom, it repurposes it. The venom is stored in specialized sacs at the tip of the creature's finger-like appendages, or serrata. This not only makes the blue dragon immune to the venom, but also arms it with a highly effective defense mechanism. Touch this beautiful creature unknowingly, and it could release the stored venom, causing symptoms ranging from severe skin pain and nausea to heart complications in rare cases. So, just because something looks good doesn't mean it can't harm you. Number 16. Snakes on the shore. This beachgoer was enjoying the ocean when he suddenly spotted a giant eastern diamondback rattlesnake slithering on the sand. You'd think these creatures only stay in arid habitats, from mountains to deserts and plains, but these guys can also be found on beaches. You can even sometimes see them swimming in the ocean. Yep, you heard that correctly. These guys have the ability to swim, and they're actually pretty good at it. These reptiles are strong swimmers, and they can take advantage of this ability to either escape from predators or hunt for prey. Rattlesnakes are part of the pit viper family, known for their highly effective venom. But don't worry, these guys aren't out there looking for trouble. In fact, they're more likely to retreat or warn you with their signature rattle sound before they even consider a defensive strike. Even so, it's best to avoid these guys no matter where you encounter them. Now it's time for today's topic. A day of relaxation and sunshine turned into a moment of awe and fear for beachgoers at Bondi Beach, Australia. As swimmers waded into the crystal-clear water, an enormous shadow appeared beneath the waves. At first glance, many thought it was just a large whale passing through the area, but something about its movement seemed different. The creature, partially visible above the water, displayed an unusual shape and size that baffled onlookers. Its sleek, dark body was unlike any known marine mammal typically seen in Australian waters. A few witnesses claimed they saw a massive fin that didn't resemble that of a whale or shark. As the mysterious being moved closer to the shore, panic erupted, with swimmers quickly retreating to the safety of the beach. Videos and photos taken by witnesses quickly spread across social media, sparking intense debate. Some marine biologists suggested it might be an unusually large and rarely sighted whale species, while others dismissed the idea, pointing out the peculiar shape of its dorsal fin and its erratic behavior. Speculation ranged from a new species of marine predator to an ancient creature disturbed from the depths. Authorities have cordoned off the area for further investigation, leaving the public to wonder, was it a whale, an unknown species, or something else entirely? For now, the truth remains hidden beneath the waves. Number 15. Man stuck in rip current. In this heart-stopping video, you can see a man struggling to get back on shore after being caught by a rip current. You can see just how quickly a situation can get dangerous if you let yourself get careless on the beach. Rip currents are like the conveyor belts of the sea. They're solid and narrow channels of fast-moving water that can quickly whisk swimmers away from the shore. What makes rip currents especially dangerous is that they often form in deceptively calm-looking waters, making them hard to spot for the untrained eye. Experts suggest looking for differences in water color, foam patterns, or a noticeable break in the waves to identify them. Rip currents are tricky, and they can appear quickly. So how exactly do you free yourself from one? Remain calm, raise your hand for help, and ride the rip until it weakens. Never try to fight or swim against the rip. It's like trying to run on a treadmill that's cranked up to maximum speed. If you find yourself caught, remember that rip currents rarely pull swimmers underwater, they just move them out to sea. Instead, swim parallel to the shore until you're out of the current, then swim back to the beach. By staying informed and vigilant, beachgoers can enjoy the ocean safely while minimizing risks. Number 14. Soldier crabs marching. Imagine taking a stroll in the ocean and stumbling upon this sight. Instead of white sand, you see thousands and thousands of tiny crabs marching about. This makes it look like crabs are starting to invade the entire beach, but it's just how blue crabs are. You see, these creatures are no bigger than your thumb, and as their name suggests, they boast a striking blue color. These tiny armored critters, also known as Mycteris longicarpus, are the petite parades of Australia's sandy beaches. Donned in vibrant blue armor, they're hard to miss despite their small size. That's because, as you can see in this clip, they have a penchant for gathering and marching together. But why exactly do they like doing this? Why do they like congregating on beaches? These creatures gather because of a habit known as swarming. By swarming, these crabs create what's known as a dilution effect. When they're in large groups, individual crabs have a lower chance of being singled out by predators. Essentially, there's safety in numbers. The swarming also has to do with their feeding habits. Blue soldier crabs are detritivores, which means they feed on organic material found in the sand. With their tiny clawed appendages, they filter the sand for food. And when you have a whole army working together, the beach becomes an all-you-can-eat buffet. Number 13. Boat ride fails. One of the best things to do on the beach is to enjoy some water sports: boating, canoeing, fishing, skiing, parasailing, yachting, you name it. While these recreational activities usually give you a blast, sometimes they give you a moment to remember or laugh at. Just take a look at this first clip. You can see a group of men riding a yacht, but their captain out front underestimates the oncoming wave. Now let's pause this clip for a second because a lot is happening here. We have the captain right in front, who probably felt like someone out of an action movie as the yacht literally flew in the air almost vertically for a few seconds. Meanwhile, his companions at the back were holding on for dear life. Now let's rewind a few seconds, and you'll see the guy at the very back of the yacht deciding to cancel everything at the last minute and just jump into the water. And the icing on top? Just take a look at the baguette soaring through the air. This clip should be titled, "How to Lose Your Whole Crew in 5 Seconds" or something. This goes to show why life jackets are important. Now this second clip is much tamer. You can see several people riding a banana boat being pulled by a jet ski. Seems pretty safe, right? Well, it's all fun and games until the banana boat topples over. Thankfully, unlike the yacht incident, everyone was wearing their life jackets, so you know that they're all safe. Number 12. Crab building its house. Be careful while walking along the seashore because you might just destroy a construction site. And by that, I mean a crab building its home on the sandy beaches. Just take a look at this little villa expertly building its new home bit by bit. Crabs are known to be meticulous architects, using their claws to dig tunnels and shape the perfect burrow for shelter and protection. They even push the sand out in neat little piles, making it look like they're sweeping their own tiny yard. Now, we wouldn't want this little crab's hard work to go to waste, right? Interestingly, these burrows also serve as temperature regulators, keeping the crabs cool during the scorching heat and safe from predators. It's fascinating how such a small creature can create such a functional and well-thought-out home. I'm also pretty sure that if someone were to step on his new home, he wouldn't hesitate to use his tiny pincers. After all, a crab's burrow is more than just a shelter, it's its sanctuary. So next time you stroll along the beach, watch where you step. You might just be trampling on a masterpiece. Number 11. Baby sea turtle spawning. Now this is a magical moment that many of us don't get the chance to witness in person. As you can see in this burrow, a batch of baby sea turtles has hatched, and this moment marks the beginning of their long and arduous journey. Their first mission is to waddle their way to the ocean and let themselves get taken by the waves. You can see some of them are struggling, but they know where the water is. You see, the life of a sea turtle isn't easy. You can see dozens of them in this video, but only a small fraction of these guys will survive. Out of every 1,000 hatchlings, only about 1 or 2 will reach adulthood. They face numerous challenges, from predators like birds and crabs to the threats posed by human activity. Once they hit the water, the real journey begins. These little turtles will spend the next few years in the open ocean, growing and learning to survive. As they grow, they'll migrate vast distances, facing countless adventures and challenges along the way. Female turtles will eventually return to the very beach they were born on decades later to lay their own eggs, and the incredible cycle of life will continue. Pretty touching to see these creatures, huh? That's why we should work hard to protect the oceans and their habitats. Number 10. Mermaid caught on camera. Mermaids, those mythical beings with the upper body of a human and the tail of a fish, have captured the human imagination for centuries. From the siren tales of the ancient Greeks to the beloved fairy tales of Hans Christian Andersen, mermaids have been the subject of many stories and theories throughout the ages. Over the years, there have been numerous sightings of these mythical beings reported from around the globe. People swear they've seen a glint of a tail, heard a melodious voice, or spotted a half-human, half-fish figure lounging on distant rocks. Are these mere illusions, tricks of light and waves, or glimpses into a hidden world beneath the depths? This clip is just one of many tangible pieces of evidence of mermaids. I can't say for myself that this is indeed a real mermaid, so I'll let you be the judge. This clip was captured by a diver exploring the waters of Australia. It looks like an ordinary dive, showcasing the diverse and beautiful marine life of the country. But a split second turned this clip into something else. As the video was about to end, you can see what looked like a human with the tail of a fish swimming above the diver. You can see the strange figure as clear as day. Now, there's no doubt that what floated above the diver is a mermaid, but the only question is whether it's a real mermaid or just a person wearing a fake mermaid's tail. Regardless, it's still a surreal experience to capture this on camera. What do you think? Could this be a real mermaid or just someone in costume? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Number 9. Weird exploding sea creatures. Now, this is a pretty old video, but to this day, I still can't quite comprehend what exactly happened in it. You can see a group of friends exploring the beach. In the distance, they saw a group of red creatures stuck to a nearby rock. But before they could approach to get a better look, the creatures disappeared behind the rock one by one. Unfettered, the group continued searching around the beach. After climbing high up the cliff, they finally spotted one of the bizarre red creatures on top of a rock formation near the ocean. They decided to poke one using a stick, and quite frankly, it looked like a giant slug. But when they turned it over, it was clear that it was unlike any creature they'd ever seen before. Now, I'm no biologist, but I know that this creature looks far too weird. It looked like it had its mouth beneath its body. You would think that seeing a creature so strange would scare or spook these guys, but nope. They decided to fool around and pour a bottle of soda into the creature's mouth. What happened next was unexpected. One guy wanted to get a better look, but it immediately proved to be a mistake when the sea creature began gushing out a powerful jet of liquid right into the guy's face before exploding. Some say this is just a parody video created an entire decade ago, but others claim that this creature exists somewhere in Japan. Number 8. Swimming in sea foam. Imagine swimming in coffee froth. Sounds fun, right? Well, you'll get a similar experience by swimming in sea foam. As you can see in this video, swimming in this frothy water can be a pretty fun experience. But how exactly does this happen? Sea foam is formed when organic matter in the ocean, like algae or other plant material, breaks down. This process releases substances called surfactants into the water. Surfactants, as the name suggests, work on the surface tension of the water, making it easier for bubbles to form. So when the wind stirs up the ocean or when waves crash, the air gets mixed into the water. These frothy layers can sometimes pile up several feet high, creating dramatic scenes that look like something out of a fantasy movie. Under certain weather conditions, strong winds can blow the foam onto beaches or even nearby streets, turning entire areas into frothy wonderlands. Under normal circumstances, these bubbles would just pop and vanish. But thanks to surfactants, these bubbles get a little more staying power, forming a frothy layer on the water's surface or clinging to the shoreline. In rare instances, sea foam can even contain small particles of seaweed, plankton, and fish eggs, making it an unexpected mix of ocean life. And there you have it, sea foam forms. But is it safe to swim in this frothy water? In most cases, sea foam is completely natural and harmless. However, in some cases, when harmful algal blooms break down, the foam can carry these toxins and potentially cause harm to marine life and even humans. So if you see sea foam forming in the ocean, it might be better to observe first before trying to swim in it. Number 7. Pigs on the beach. The Bahamas, with its stunning beaches, is indeed a dream destination. It's a treasure trove for underwater adventurers. Its vibrant coral reefs, teeming with colorful marine life, are a playground for snorkelers and divers. And if you're a fishing enthusiast, well, get ready to reel in the big one. Not only humans know how to appreciate the beauty of this place, even swine know just how much of a paradise its beaches are. In fact, there's a place in the Bahamas known as Pig Beach. This place is a picture-perfect travel destination with white sand, azure waters, and adorable pigs. But the pigs in this place aren't average pigs. They're aquatic adventurers, good-natured ambassadors who've traded the farm for the beach life. These Bahama piggies spend their days soaking up the sun, splashing about in the shallows, and graciously entertaining visitors who've traveled far and wide to witness this unique spectacle. Legend has it that these swimming pigs were left by sailors who planned to come back and cook them. However, when the sailors didn't return, the pigs, being excellent swimmers, managed to make their way to shore and made the island their home. The beach is uninhabited by humans, but these swine have adapted perfectly to their beachfront lifestyle. They're friendly and playful and love the attention they receive from tourists. Just remember, while they may seem tame, they're still wild animals. Always treat them with respect and follow local guidelines when interacting with them. They might be cute, but they can give a pretty nasty bite if they're triggered. So you're better off playing nice with them. Number 6. Seal climbing on boat. I don't know about you, but for some reason, I find seals adorable. I'm pretty envious of these guys who got the chance to see a seal up close. This video was captured in Walvis Bay, Namibia. Here, people had the opportunity to see seals up close as they were bribed to get on board in exchange for fish. Just a single fish gets you a cute photo and video of the animal. In another part of the bay, seals are known to leap onto fishing boats uninvited, looking for an easy meal, much to the amusement of the fishermen. These animals are incredibly agile in the water but surprisingly clumsy on land, which makes their attempts to clamber onto boats all the more endearing. In this next clip, you can see several kayakers being stalked by one of these adorable creatures while on their kayak. I don't know what the fellow was thinking, but I guess he was curious enough to follow the kayaker for almost an entire mile. At one point, the seal playfully nudged one of the kayaks, causing the kayaker to laugh nervously while trying to keep their balance. When the sea pupper caught up to them, it tried to get on the kayak and began sniffing around. You can tell that the kayakers were pretty impressed with what was happening. They don't know why the seal was trying to hold on for dear life on top of the kayaks, but my only guess would be that there is a predator nearby. By sticking to the group, the seal thinks it will survive. Let me tell you, seals really are the dogs of the ocean. Number 5. Angry wild monkeys. Tucked away on Phi Phi Don, one of the larger islands in Thailand, lies a white sandy nook known as Monkey Beach. It's not hard to guess how it got its name. You see, monkeys lurk in this place. In this video, you can see several tourists taking photos of monkeys. Aside from the white sand and the beauty of nature, these monkeys have become tourist attractions. While monkeys can be adorable and smart, these creatures can also be quite unpredictable. Some monkeys are known for snatching food or even bags from unsuspecting visitors, adding a layer of mischief to the picturesque setting. Tourists often bring bananas or snacks to feed the monkeys, but this can sometimes lead to aggressive behavior if the animals become too eager. In another clip, a monkey managed to steal a water bottle from a visitor, expertly unscrewing the cap to drink it. Such interactions, while fascinating, highlight the importance of keeping a safe distance to avoid stressing the animals or risking injury. Pay attention to one woman in this video who tried picking up one of the little monkeys. Naturally, the adult monkeys became wary and agitated, thinking their young would be hurt. The monkeys began attacking, but thankfully, the tourists knew it would be better to back off. So, if you ever find yourself here or in any tourist destination with monkeys, make sure to respect these animals and watch your belongings. Number 4. Amazing sand art. Some people are blessed in ways that we can't comprehend. Just take a look at this man working on a massive sand art piece by the ocean. I can't even build a proper sandcastle, and yet here he is sculpting something so incredible out of ordinary beach sand. His intricate designs include fine details that look almost too perfect to be real, showcasing an incredible level of skill and patience. As the tide begins to rise, the fleeting nature of his art makes it even more awe-inspiring, like watching a masterpiece that you know won't last forever. Tourists passing by can't help but stop and marvel, snapping pictures and wondering how he manages to keep everything intact despite the shifting sand. It's as though every grain of sand obeys his vision, coming together to create something truly magical. This level of craftsmanship not only impresses but also inspires others to see the potential in ordinary things around them. You can't help but feel a sense of wonder at the sheer creativity and determination it must take to create something so breathtaking. Number 3. Seagulls stealing food. If you've ever been to the beach, you've probably encountered seagulls. There's a reason why people sometimes dislike these birds. It's because they have a penchant for stealing food and snacks. This person is literally just about to drop a nice piece of fish into their mouth when, suddenly, a seagull swoops right in and tries to steal it. The boldness of these birds is almost comical, but it's also a reminder to keep your food close. Another beachgoer shared a story of a seagull snatching an entire pizza slice right out of their box, leaving them stunned and hungry. Apparently, these birds are so crafty that they've even been observed working in pairs. One distracts while the other goes in for the steal. Needless to say, the woman didn't expect to be gobsmacked by a massive bird while trying to film a clip of herself enjoying some food. The same thing happened to a streamer in the next clip. This guy was streaming for his viewers while overlooking the beach when a bird suddenly swooped in and stole his grilled cheese sandwich. You can see his sadness as the bird flew away with his meal. It's almost as if seagulls have radar for freshly prepared meals, making them the ultimate uninvited picnic guests. So, if you ever go to the beach, always watch out for these birds. Your snack or food just might be gone in the blink of an eye. Number 2. Huge wave sends people away from shore. Imagine enjoying the sun when, suddenly, a huge wave comes crashing down on you. That's precisely what happened with these people. Thinking the wave wouldn't reach them, they remained on the shore. But they were quickly proven wrong when they got washed away by a massive wave. Chaos ensued as towels, umbrellas, and even sandals were swept out to sea, leaving everyone scrambling to retrieve their belongings. Some onlookers couldn't help but laugh at the sheer unexpectedness of the situation, while others rushed to help those struggling to get back on their feet. Luckily, no one was hurt, though a few people ended up drenched from head to toe with seaweed clinging to their clothes. The lifeguards later issued a warning to beachgoers about rogue waves, advising them to stay further back from the water's edge. That's a bummer, but hey, you're not visiting the beach just to sunbathe, right? You've got to enjoy the water too. Number 1. Man surrounded by mysterious creatures. Upon seeing this clip, you'd think that this man is being surrounded and attacked by a group of vicious creatures. You can see him in his boat, surrounded by unknown creatures creating huge splashes. Now, you might think he's being ambushed by unknown sea monsters, but this isn't the case. The culprits behind this heart-stopping incident are manatees, also known as sea cows. These gentle creatures sometimes exhibit this bizarre behavior as a defense mechanism. When manatees smack the water with their powerful paddle-like tails, it's often a signal to other manatees. They might be saying, "Hey, this is my space," or perhaps, "I'm right over here." Those who have encountered these creatures up close know they are among the most majestic and gentle beings to exist. They spend most of their time munching on vegetation, taking leisurely swims, and engaging in long restful bouts of sleep. Sounds like the perfect life, doesn't it? Weighing up to 1,300 pounds, these gentle giants are a testament to the diversity of marine life. Despite their size, they manage to maintain an air of serenity. Their big, round eyes and adorable snouts give them an endearing quality. Sadly, manatees face numerous threats, from habitat destruction to watercraft collisions. But there's still hope. Thanks to volunteers and cute videos on the internet, many are becoming more aware of manatees and are fighting to conserve their populations on Earth. Did any of these beach moments catch you by surprise or make you laugh? Let us know which clip was your favorite in the comments below. If you have any memorable beach experiences, feel free to share those too. Don't forget to check out the other cool videos on the screen, and I'll see you in the next one.